And this is definitely something that you do not see every day, especially from a young man like this, just rejecting girl after girl after girl. Most of which were cute girls, right? I mean, a lot of these girls were young and cute, right? If not hot. And he rejected each and every single one of them. There were 20 in total, I believe, and he rejected every single one of them. Definitely not something you would see not only in today's environment, but definitely not for somebody who is his age, right? Looks to be like senior in high school, maybe freshman in college, somewhere around there. But regardless, this is something that's very rare, and it's something that, as I always tell you guys, man, when you simp to these girls, right? When you validate them, when you just engulf them with compliments and fire them off all day and tell her how wonderful she is, and you never hold her accountable for her faults or things she does wrong, she can never respect you, right? And I've always said simps are a dime a dozen, right? There is really, there is an endless supply of simps out there, and women know that. Okay, most every woman out there knows that instinctually, if not consciously. Okay, she knows that simps, nice guys, aka nice guys, are not hard to find. And most women who are the least bit cute have thousands of these guys in their lives. They've had thousands of these guys enter their lives, and that are probably still in their lives. Now they're just hanging out in their friend zone, waiting for their opportunity. Wait till she gets enough of that bad boy who's just banging her and using her as a side chick. One day she's gonna see how wonderful I am and how great I treat her. No, she's not. She's never gonna respect you. She doesn't have wet dreams about you. She can never get wet for you. And the chances of you actually getting her are slim to none unless you change your ways. Okay, unless you change your ways and you stop simping to that girl. And I am a specialist at that because I've gotten a lot of guys who were former nice guys, former simps, come into my programs and learn my teachings and learn a lot of this red pill stuff, and they were able to identify what they were doing wrong, and they were able to see other men doing the same exact mistakes they've been making their entire lives, and just kind of reflecting upon themselves and kind of like, oh my gosh, it's cringy what I was doing all my whole life. Like, just completely just giving my power away to all of these women who, didn't deserve me. So when a woman sees a guy who is a simp, believe me, she knows, like, these guys are everywhere, right? These guys are everywhere. However, when she sees a non-simp, like this kid, right? When she sees a non-simp, that in itself is like finding gold, right? I mean, it's like literally, it's like striking oil in the middle of a desert. You just found something that is very, very rare, because so few guys today are non-simps. So few guys today can stand in the face of a beautiful woman and not feel the need to, just prove themselves to her or qualify themselves to her. So few guys, right? And this is why I say, like, pick up, because I'm a professional pickup artist and instructor. I take guys out still to this very day. Been doing it for the last 3 decades now. And it's actually an art to be able to stand in front of a drop dead gorgeous woman and not react, right? And not feel the need to validate yourself to her. That's actually a skill. A lot of guys think like, no, that's easy. I can do that. You don't know how many guys I've had do that. But then once they're like in a venue that's got lots of loud music, and here's this hot girl that's getting just inundated by hundreds and hundreds of guys in the venue, and then you get her attention for like 2 seconds, let's see how well you do, and stand there and just be able to just be yourself, right? And not feel the need to do anything outside of that in order to qualify yourself for it, but just sit there and just be yourself and have a conversation with her. It's very difficult to do, believe it or not. When it comes to like 5s and 6s, yeah, you could do that all day long. But when it comes to the hotter women, like the 8s, 9s, and 10s, it gets more difficult, right? Because you're now taking up her space and time, and most guys like can't do that without doing something socially awkward or just not being able to just be themselves. Right? It's very strange, very strange. So when a girl meets a woman, when a girl meets a guy who is a non-simp, that is something that's very rare to her. That is something that's very valued to her. That's very prized, right? Because it's so hard to find, and what's rare in society is obviously going to be more valued, right? Something that is just not common is going to have, people are just going to place more value on it, right? And this is why, I think like the latest thing they want to do is like free college for everybody. What is that going to do? That's hilarious, because all you're doing is devaluing a college degree in the job market, right? It's like the more people who have degrees, the less value that's going to have. Even now these days, it really does have value. I hire people all the time, and the last thing I look at now is whether they went to college or where they went to college. Instead, I look at past job performance. I look at how they perform and what they could do for me. And it seems like mostly the people I've hired in the past, like when I was still new at this, and I just started my first few businesses, people I hired in the past that did have college degrees were a lot more entitled, and they just expected things, and they didn't really work as hard. Whereas people who didn't have college degrees were busting their ass to prove themselves. That's at least what I found, right? But not to get too off topic. So this kid went into his school dance, and he supposedly was supposed to make out with like 20 different girls, and he ditched every single one of them. He rejected every single one of them. Now, personally, for me, as a professional dating coach, he took it way too far. You don't have to reject all 20 of them to prove your point, because even that in itself can backfire, right? Because the rumor can go around school after the following week, like he's gay. Oh, he didn't want to kiss anybody because that dude is gay, right? And anybody who doesn't like him at school, say somebody wants to troll him, be like, he know why he didn't kiss him? Because dude is gay, right? That would be an easy one. So yeah, in his situation, he didn't need to torture himself. He could have made out with like half of them and then rejected the other half, right? I would have been pretty unapologetic about it. I would have only made out with the hotter girls and then rejected the average girls, and kind of just sent the message home like, hey, those are my standards. That's me, right? That's what I chose to do. So yeah, he did not need to reject every single one of them. And this clip has gone viral, by the way. It went viral a while ago, maybe like a year ago or less than that. But regardless, I saw it and gave me a good laugh, gave me a good chuckle, but also a little bit of disappointment because, again, he did not need to take it that far. I would have kissed at least a few of those girls, definitely for sure. Some of those girls were cute. I would have grabbed the back of their head, made out with them, dipped them and made out with them, picked them up, carried them off like a caveman. I would have done all that stuff, right? That would have been a lot more badass than just rejecting all 20 of them, right? It's like, sure, you could reject some of them, but you don't need to reject all of them. Because there were some cuties in there, right? And I'm sure one day he'll look back and be like, oh man, all right? Because you're only young once. But regardless, drop your comments below, guys. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to share, anything similar, relatable to this coaching video, if you've ever rejected girls like that or went on a spree of rejecting girls, let me know in the comments below. It's actually pretty fun sometimes, right? When you could just reject a hot girl because she just doesn't expect it, right? When she's about to kiss you and you're like, right? It's a risky move, but it does work. It usually plays out in your favor because the girl doesn't expect it. But you should try it sometime. Have some fun. Don't take yourself too seriously. Reject some women like this kid did. But don't punish yourself. You don't need to reject all of them, man. If there's some hotties in there, it's like a plate of nachos. Every once in a while, hey, if you're eating healthy all week, you could grab a few. It's not going to kill you. So drop your comments below. And as always, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work, best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s. the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world now are out there cold approaching, picking up, bringing into their lives, making them their girlfriends. Some of them are even wifing them up. Many of my students have wifed up some of these girls that are way out of their league. I mean, I'm impressed when they send me their wedding photos. I'm like, whoa. Many of them have had children now, which is crazy, right? All thanks to my program. These guys all started in 7 months of mastery, and this is where it starts, guys. So if you want to join us, jump into 7 months mastery, and obviously that is the best way to support my work as well. If I'm adding value to your life, just wait till you get into mastery and you'll see what I have to offer you. Right now it's only $1. Take advantage of it. Just click the link below and it will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I'll see you